So yeah, I've been delaying doing this Deadly Assault for a while just because I've been trying to get Yixing Wang where she needs to be. Um, she's kind of mostly there.
I'll give you a hand.
This is the stats I'm ending up with, and I'll explain them right now in a second. This is the main thing is her skills. These two, her dodge counter. I read somewhere or I saw somewhere someone had said something about like if you dodge kind of the right way, you get more of her resources quickly, or it helps out making them faster. I'm not entirely sure. Um, this you don't really want to be blocking as much, but there's a lot here. So, well, it's because she has two states, but yeah. So these aren't kind of super important because basically you just want to mash her basic until she gets in her ult form, and then she's in her ult form. You mash basic, and then whatever. This is useful as well, but you know it is what it is. Um, I'm like very low on Denny's and upgrade materials, so that's gonna be a while. But the main point is this and this. These two were maxed out as well as her core skill. Um, this is the build I'm running on here. I'll talk about the build in a second. So let's see. What was it? What else was there that I had to explain? Anyway, that was everything. Anyway, the point being is that for one, the stats you kind of want to hit 3K attack just as a baseline. Her stats are like her crit rate. First of all, is like it's easy to go overboard. Right now at 45, she's hitting 95 crit rate just because of the way her skills work. So if you look at her core skill right here, she gets 30% from this, and for some reason her set also gives her another 20% crit rate. So all in all, she gets 50% extra on top of this. So she's at 95. You can do let's see. You can it's very easy to go over. So another build that I've been considering is well, before I get into that, the main thing with this is you want to kind of diversify your damage, like where it's coming from, so you don't saturate. So what you can do is you can run something like I don't have another one of these, so I'm just gonna go with this. Um, we'll go with this, and then that leaves me open to do this. Okay. Um, hold on, I'm like doing something really stupid here. Okay. Something like this, I guess. The problem with this, let's see, how is this looking? This looks like trash. Yeah, there's really no. I gotta find a good piece to put here in the crit. This actually looks pretty good. Wow, this is actually insanely good. But it's crit rate, which you kind of again. The problem is it's kind of hard to build hers because you want to really like maximize everything. No, go away. Um, one of the reasons this isn't too bad is because well, this isn't too bad, but one of the reasons you kind of like it's iffy is you're slightly overcapping. Now you're overcapping on crit rate by 0.6%, not even 6%, like zero point 0.6 of 1%. But again, it's like crit rate rolls are so hard to come by that like I would rather get instead of getting that rolling there, I'd rather have it roll into something else. This piece here is mainly for Sambi, but I wouldn't mind borrowing it for this demonstration or whatever to do this. This way, she's at 98% crit rate and you don't overcap. And then you know you hit all your other stat bonuses as well. But the problem with that again, right, is like this gives you crit damage, 25% crit damage from this. Um, and
I'll
then
give you a
the
hand.
stage buff gives you another like 20% crit damage here, and then this buff I think gives you no, it doesn't give you crit damage, which is a good thing. But you know what I mean? Like you kind of overstack a lot of the time, so you kind of really want to make sure your damage is diverse enough that you're
Show
getting
me how you
maximum
do the
benefit
mountain
from
from
everything.
here.
If I had graphs and stuff, I would show you. But anyway, the point being is that like you have to kind of think of everything as a curve. There, for those of you who don't know how diminishing returns works, that's what I'm kind of talking about here. Is if you go too hard in one direction, you get diminishing returns. Um, this gives you 25% damage increase, which I'm going to assume in the damage formula is akin to like physical damage buff. Um, what I mean by that is like, see this here? This gives you physical damage 10%, a physical damage, boost. I'm going to assume in the formula this 25% is factored in the same way as this, which means that even if you're running like cuz I was considering like running crit damage again is fine, but you're overstacking. When you're running someone like where is she? Sambi, it's okay to overstack on crit damage. She's on the wrong build. Yeah, it's because I just took that piece. I'm not going to leave this on her, so I'm just going to leave this here. It's okay to kind of overstack on crit damage for Sambi because Sambi doesn't. she gives herself crit damage, sure, but the benefit of that is she spreads it to the rest of her team. Ideally, that means Trigger and Orphe. For me, it's just Trigger because I only have Nicole. So anyway, the point being that it's okay to go over on crit damage with Sambi because like she spreads it out and she helps other people. She does not. She's very selfish, so she uses it all herself. So you kind of like, there's nothing wrong with putting crit damage. Crit damage is probably one of the best things that scales with everything, but you do want to kind of diversify it a little bit more. So we can kind of come up with a better build. What I had before here was replace this with this. Where are you? Is it this? No, that wasn't it. I think it was this. Did I have? I had something like this. This is what I'm pretty sure I had when we first started. So this is a 95% crit rate, 170 crit damage plus like 3,000 attack, which is pretty good. The other thing is this also gives you, for one, some of your damage again because you're overstacking here. You got 10% physical damage here, 10% physical damage here, and again, I'm assuming this also buffs. This kind of works the same way. So you kind of have an entire disc 5 physical damage. So for disc 5, you replace it with, in this case, a pen ratio disc. Let's see here. So that doesn't seem too bad to me. This is kind of what I'm thinking here. Alternatively, another build, which wouldn't be too bad, would be something like this into this. Where is this here? This, but again, here I'm overcapping on crit rate a little bit. I think my crit damage is higher, but the attack percentage I think is like I said. I'd like to hit over 3,000 attack, but that's fine where it is. It's close enough. It's just that my pieces aren't the best. So this is really good. I wish I wouldn't have rolled here, but either way, it's fine. This is fantastic because it's all just damage stuff. But the problem is I got too many crit rolls, which is a good problem to have. It just means that like thanks to this set plus all the crit she gives herself, or to this piece, like my crit is basically solved. I don't have to run crit anywhere else. I don't have to worry about getting crit. Everything else I can focus on getting crit damage. But again, this is I had limited resources, so the fact that I got these pieces when I did is it's good enough, right? You just have to send it at some point. Ideally, if I run like a crit, if I do end up with Branch and Blade Song, I'd probably run something like this here, or maybe this. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 score piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is also a 5 score piece. So mathematically, these are both kind of the same. But I do kind of like this one because I do have the attack is the same, so we both get a roll into attack. However, the crit damage is a little higher. Instead of a +1, it's a +2. And we don't have the crit rate, which we don't really need. And the other thing is we lost 2 rolls into HP. We lost one into Anomaly, which whatever. And we also, Anomaly and Pen also are better damage stats than HP. So the fact that we lost, not only the fact that this started with HP, but we lost 2 rolls to it. This one kind of counters it by having Pen here and Anomaly here. So if I was going to do that, I'd probably run something like this, maybe something like this even. This would be like if I could somehow, I'd have to go in and like if I got more pieces, like this had crit rate, but if all my pieces had like no crit rate and all crit chance or all crit damage, I would probably go with something like this in this slot here, and then in this slot I'd run something like this, right? Crit damage, 1 crit rate, mainly attack, dump, and everything else like that. But the way this is now is not too bad because again, we're not now we've got 10% here from the physical. If this matters here, we're also capitalizing on the 8% pen ratio plus just the flat pen ratio here. This could use crit damage, but whatever. Again, it's all short notice. This could use crit damage as well, and this could have rolled into attack. The fact that we got this isn't too bad, but like I'd rather run this. I might actually. I think I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna see if I can run a Woodpecker Electro because this set is so good. The rolls that I have on it, so I'll be right back and we'll see how this is. I doubt I'm going to be able to do it, but we'll see. Okay, so we're back. Yeah, obviously it didn't work out. We're just gonna, like I said, for me, I'm pretty sure this is probably the best one, even though I'm slightly overcapping on crit rate. I just, like I said, I would personally feel more comfortable with something like again, this is too much crit rate. Like I'm just overcapping like crazy. Like there's no way to like it's hard to keep it down. I just for some like normally I get too much crit damage. I don't get enough crit rate. With her, all my pieces rolled so much crit rate. The other problem is I don't have any good pieces in this slot. So this one either needs to be pen ratio, the puffer electro, or it needs to be the branch and blade song if I'm running that set. Or again, this it could be this. But yeah, the problem is like I said, it's just she saturates so many of her stats that it's like, what do I do here? So I think ultimately this one's probably going to be the better one. But again, one of the other issues is this does physical res, which doesn't stack with pen ratio. It's a different type of shred. Um, and pen ratio, you want to stack as much as you can. But again, I've already spent too long on this, so you guys see the build. This is the build for her. This is my current Dylin build. I'm actually kind of like pretty proud of this build. 92% crit rate is ridiculous without her weapon. We'll go into that in a little bit. These are all her skills. Her basics do a lot of days. Obviously, you block, so it does a lot of days. Her skills, and then her ult does a lot of days. So that's the main reason you're running all that. These are her pieces. Crit rate on everything, +3, +3. Crit rate, +2, +2. If I got +3 here and +3 here, and then a +3 here, that kind of maxes out her crit rate. That puts me at 99 point whatever. So it just takes time. I'll keep grinding these out, and hopefully these will eventually reach a +3. And once that happens, she's just going to be a monster. Well, she's already a monster, but you know, it bothers me not having the 99%. And then this weapon, I think this is her better weapon. It actually might even be better than her own weapon because again, Dylan's best unit to pair with is going to be Yishuan. That's kind of like her whole thing. And again, you're already saturating on crit damage, so it's like whatever. Again, this is the other thing is like this. You're saturating this because this gives you 30% crit damage here, and then imagine having her a weapon as well. That's another 30%. Like it's ridiculous. This is the other reason I was putting this off is like having to upgrade 2 of these characters at the same time is really annoying. So we're gonna be missing a huge amount of buffs here. Yeah, we're gonna be missing a huge amount of buffs just because. But having Ether Dream, having her kit in the team is good enough as it is. We're missing a bunch of attack percentage here. We're missing, let's see, we're down to 700. So we're missing 300 attack buff. Plus, I'm sure some of these here change. This is more damage, more damage. She heals with this. And this does whatever it does. It doesn't seem to... Okay, so I was just wondering if it was like, you know, Yuza, you have to level up her skills because they have... some of her damage buffs are tied to her skills. So 40 seconds, 25 energy, and then her basics are what, you know, basic attack, build-up rate, and all that stuff. Anyway, I thought maybe Zhao would have that, but, you know, whatever. Her gear, obviously, it kind of sucks because, like, even this, I literally don't have the Denny's to upgrade this. Well, I do now, but... I kind of don't want to because it's like trash. Like it's already rolled out of HP twice, and I can't be asked. The problem is like there's nothing else to run on her. I can run, yeah, like there's really nothing else. Like I'm running this just because it's all I can run. But even this sucks because you don't want to defensive assist as much, right? Because you don't want to waste time on Yixing Wang. This isn't too bad either. Again, the whole team gets 12% days and 18% damage, whatever. So again, this is we're just gonna go in scuffed, and we're gonna see if she can handle this regardless. I'm pretty sure she can, but you know, whatever. I actually don't really know how to fight this boss very well, but I guess this will be a showcase to show you that, like, even without learning, because I still don't know how to use her very well, and then I don't know how to fight this boss very well, so. There's no flashes. I should be better at dealing with that, but as somebody who... Oh, balls. Maybe we're just going to restart. Well, let's just keep going. I'm curious to see how much damage we do here. My gosh, I'm going to restart because, again, I don't know her moveset. I have, like, no idea. You would think that playing, because I play Hollow Zero like almost every day. I play Hollow Zero. And when you're playing Hollow Zero at max difficulty with all 15 modifiers, they take away the red flashes and the yellow flashes. So you think I'd be better at being able to block without the flash indicator, but clearly not. I don't know. Yeah, let's go back in here and see what we can do. What's going on? Oh, I forgot. She pulls you out of invincibility from your abilities, which is really annoying. I forgot it said that somewhere because, like I said, it teaches you how to fight this boss. I fought her in the Hollow Zero, and she's insanely annoying to fight there. But like I said, I need to pay more attention to see when she does that phase of like, oh, I'm gonna hit you with whatever. But we'll just keep an eye on it. I missed your dodge.
Evil retreat. Got one for complaints. Spot an ethereal. Show I'll be fine.
I also, the other thing is I don't know how the rotations work for her. The only thing I know is that like her ult does a lot of damage. Ugh. This is gonna pull me out of her ult, but like I said, I have no idea how this unit works whatsoever.
A measure of steel.
Are we still in stun phase? Here we are.
Didn't play summit, breaking all illusions. Leave it to me.
It doesn't matter how much damage she does, like, the point is, like, she's doing, whatever.
I'll be fine.
I don't know what's happening. It's so weird using Yixing Wang because something about her kit, it just doesn't meld well with my brain. Like I used her and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just pressing buttons. Like I've tried obviously to learn her rotations. Like I've tried looking into like what you're supposed to do. I cannot for the life of me figure out what I'm supposed to do with this character. And this just goes to show you, like I'm like just messing around. Like I really don't know what I'm doing, and I already hit 25k. She should be higher. Again, if you know what you're doing, she should be a lot higher. But like I said, I don't know what I'm doing.
The sword follows my will and wins power in the heavens.
Let's ult.
Sword array.
I wonder if she has the same thing Yishuan has. No, she doesn't. Because Yishuan, as far as I know, has this weird thing where like she can ignore the timer. So if I had done her ult 1 second before the timer ended, and the ult takes like 20 seconds or whatever, um, then it'll keep doing all that damage. So it lets you kind of win some fights by cheating by just throwing your ult in at the end because you'll still do damage to get to the whatever. But as you can see here, that's just how strong Yishuan is. You can just kind of go in there and fumble like an idiot and still hit like 26 or 27. Obviously, this needs to be a lot higher, but again, this is just the first run. I need to spend more time on her combos and learning how to like use her when to ult, when not to ult, when to like because there's fundamentals that are the same. All you want to do is basically get in, is get her in her state as fast as possible and then go from there. Um, as you can see here, 13, 13. Man, I've been slacking the last two. Like they've just been murdering me. But yeah, like I said, this boss should be a lot easier. I might try with a different build. Once I get to the point where I'm like maximizing efficiency with her combos and everything, when I learn how to use her and I learn how to fight this boss, because I was missing like again, you shouldn't be like hitting 27,000. Like out of all these, like I'm already hitting the maximum. Like I'm comparing with the Jane Doe team here, and Jane Doe is built for this first of all, and then she's like my best unit in terms of like knowing how to play with her. She's already close to that team, beating this other team over here. This is something. The first round on the Wandering Hunter, I always get every time this guy comes around, I get baited because I see the fire weakness. I'm like, oh, I have to use Minato, and then I have to use Soldier 11, and then I forget that I can just use Sambi on this team, and be fine. So I'll probably do an updated run where I show off using Sambi, but even Sambi's not very good because again, the defense is buffed up by 40%. But the fact that Sambi's so powerful, it's like it doesn't matter, right? I still make it through. Anyway, the point being is that the fact that this team is already competing with this team when you're basically watching like a mentally disabled person piloting this team is already good. It's already good enough to show you what's going on there. So like I said, I just have to learn how to fight this boss. I don't know what I'm doing when I go against her. Um, it's fun. It's interesting that like this boss is theoretically designed for Yexing Wang, but the person they designed for Yexing Wang being Zhao is here, and the enemy has a resistance against Zhao, so I'm not sure what's up with that. I also, one of the other things I do have is, where is he?
I've got looking good. Has made.
I don't know what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, I actually pulled one of this one. I'll just do a summon real quick. Oh, I'm at the thing. Let's see if we can get another one. Yeah, I actually have him already. But again, I don't have enough gold, or it's not gold here, it's Denny's. But I don't have enough Denny's to level him up, or he or she, or whatever it is. But yeah, so it is what it is. Right now, I figure Bang Volver is going to be better for that, but her Bang Boo might be better. Even unleveled up might be better. So, like I said, this is mainly just to showcase Yexing Wang. I pulled for her and whatever. So, like I said, I'm probably going to go see what to do about her her build. Right now, this is kind of what I'm going with is 32% pen ratio. But I still think it's kind of iffy. I'm not sure if I get this M1, the 20% defense shred. I'm probably gonna swap her off the pen ratio and then just run her on. You know what? I might have to do disc 4 attack percentage as well. That might be what we end up having to do. Do I have an attack percentage disc 4? I don't think I do anywhere. We're like, again, it's just, you're overstated on everything. That it's just like, there's nothing, like, what do I do, I have a lot of pen ratio for some reason, despite the fact that nobody uses pen ratio. Crit rate, HP. That might even be another move to do, is trying to run two-piece Astral Voice for more attack percentage. But again, even the other thing is, my attack percentage isn't saturated, but the fact that like she's basically built to run with Zhao, and Zhao gives out 1,000% attack, not percent, but 1,000 attack. Again, you're overstating on attack as well. So you know what I mean? Like there's just no, she's just overbuilt, kind of overtuned, So I said it'll be some time before I figure out how to fight this boss, but the bottom line is we got it through. So I guess the lesson of the story is if you have Yixing Wang, you'll just dumpster everything without having a lot of effort put into it. One thing I might have a video where I do. Let's go to the store real quick. I kind of really want
The
Yixing
weather's
Wang's
nice
outfit.
today. Maybe we
Um,
could catch a
Running
movie
this
together.
just is really annoying. I don't like. I don't know. It's just I'm probably an old man and I'm being weird about this, but I'm not a big fan of the revealing clothing.
always
I just
feel
like
like I
this. It's a
could
little
kneel on
more
my side.
subtle. It's a little more whatever. I just think it's nicer. There's a reason why. Like I
Different
have the skin, I
thing,
own it,
same
but I don't.
objective.
I prefer this. It's just she
Let's
looks a
move.
lot better here. Her design is a lot more interesting. Um,
The ocean's
I don't
got
know.
a
She looks fine. It's cool.
different
You know,
charm,
whatever.
right?
I don't know.
Care
I don't
to
like the
join
host
me for a
skins.
walk?
Though one might say, what's the word here? Where am I going here?
Hello.
I do run her skin, but for some reason with her, I like her
Come to the seaside with me, Lord Phaethon.
the little just the frilliness of it looks more interesting. I'll probably swap her back to
Lord
this. I
Phaethon.
just like her base skin more. Actually, I'm gonna do that
Come to
now.
the seaside with me,
Um,
Lord Phaethon.
I wanted the skin mainly just to have it, but I really don't. Like I said, I don't
Good
know.
day, Lord Phaethon.
This is kind of in contrast to the whole point of the Wuthering Waves, where like I bought the. I just likes the summer. I like the summer skins, obviously, but
Come to the
I don't know something
seaside
about
with
it.
me, Lord Phaethon.
Plus, it's not
Here we
summer anymore,
come.
so
Give
you
me
know,
your
whatever.
hand.
Move on from that. Like I said, I like the character and I like her, you know,
Promise to tell
whatever.
me
It's
if
just
anything's
her
wrong, okay?
design is inconsistent. Now, I didn't play the story, I don't pay attention, but like apparently she has like another like I guess an alter ego. It is her, but I guess it's a little bit different from her. I don't know. I didn't pay attention to the story. I just pressed skip on everything. But from what
I'll
I
give you
could
a
tell,
hand.
people were saying that like it is and isn't. It is her and it isn't her a little bit. The point I wanted to
Promise
make
to
was
tell me
that
if anything's wrong,
I
okay?
think this skin is more consistent with her character, like this base form character. Like I said, when she goes all white or whatever, like she kind of changes a little bit. You see in her character, she's a little different. But I don't know. I like this skin a little more, so
I'll give
I
you a
might buy
hand.
that. That'll cost me. I think what I'm gonna do, I might just end up having to buy this pack here for $5 to complete, and then that puts me up to what 1600 polychrome or monochrome, and then that'll let me buy this. So if you see in the future I own this skin, that's why. In the future, if you see that my monochrome have gone down, because I like to keep this where it's at, so people can see that I haven't spent this. Um, but like I said, in the future I might end up buying her other skin. So if you see that change, this is why it'll be because I'll buy this. I actually kind of want to buy this
Need a
too.
fortune telling? What brings
Again,
you here this time?
like she's got no pants, you know. I mean, she's got this weird leg thing. I don't know what's up with this game and people with one-legged whatevers. It's really antagonizing. Let's go see. Like Belle. Belle has like one leg thing. What is this? Why? Why are you doing this to me? Anyway, um, I think
Different
doesn't she
outfit,
too as well.
same
See, look at
objective.
this. Okay, they're both
Let's
there, but one
move.
goes all the way up and one doesn't. Like the asymmetry. You can be asymmetrical. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just yeah, it's like what's up with this game? Anyway,
Fortune
um,
seems
this
pretty
like
good
with her
lately.
again, she's got no pants. She's got one little thing.
Need a
This is a
fortune
little better,
telling?
but it's still got like it's still kind of weird. I don't know. I would just like non-gooner skins if I could,
I
please.
can't wait to hear the sound of the
Again, like
sea.
this is why I like Yuza. Her design is awesome. She's just like very subtle, very again with the one leg. But yeah, like I said,
Wanna hear
even
the
her
summer
summer skin. Out of all
story?
the summer skins, I kind of like this one the most. Along with
Let's do something
her,
summery,
again, look at
Charlie.
her. She's just nice.
Oh,
She's
and
wearing pants.
no
She's
scary stories.
symmetrical, but that's kind of her character trait is she likes to be symmetrical. Um,
But
and
would
again,
you
like her
like to
summer
take
skin
a
is actually
stroll
kind
on
of
the
nice. It's
beach
like a
with
little
me?
dress type thing, so it's not too whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, let's go look at. I don't run Ellen, so I never looked. I don't never pay attention. This one actually makes me laugh because you're paying
The
1600
spotlight's
chrome
about to shine.
monochrome for like the same
Deep
thing.
breath. The spotlight's about to shine.
Let's see if I can.
Ooh, we really harmonize. The anticipation off
She
stage
looks
is the
exactly the same.
perfect
You know
prelude.
what I mean?
The
Like
anticipation
I
off
don't
stage
like.
is the
It's just a
perfect
color swap.
prelude.
It's a palette swap. Okay, there's a little bit. I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna like. There's some differences.
The
You know, these
anticipation
little
off
frills here, and
stage
then
is the
here.
perfect
Come on,
prelude.
here she has circles or whatever. It's almost exactly the same. It just I find that funny. It's just I want a darker skin. Her
Waking
skin
up
is kind of
early.
interesting.
I'm
Um,
so tired.
I like Ellen's just base design as it is.
Do
Um,
I really need
this
to
doesn't look
take
too
this
bad either. It's
class?
just a little skirt change, you know. Obviously, I run this one more than I like this one. I don't know. Just I've never been a fan of red, so I kind of like this. But yeah. I'm just wasting a bunch of time here.
Don't just think about it.
There is no skin that makes Nicole look
Nothing to
more
fear.
what's the
The
word?
cunning hairs are here.
Respectable. I don't know. Like they're both
Need
just she
something?
just looks like a
My
hoe in both of
services
them.
are
Honestly, like there's just nothing to be
Need
done about it.
something? My services
If
are
there was a
expensive.
better skin, a more like a less revealing skin, I'd probably go for that
Nothing
on
to
Nicole.
fear.
But
The cunning hairs
I don't
are
know.
here.
It's just like I said. There's a reason people don't take our game seriously. And they call us a Gooner game because it's just a bunch of nonsense like this. Again, like Diane Lynn does a pretty good job. But again, she's not wearing any pants.
I am the eye of
That's why Vivian's one of my favorite units. I like Vivian. I like her. She's wearing shorts, but you know, it's not too. I don't know. Just something about her design is really nice. Soldier 11 is pretty cool. I like Soldier 11. Ambi was one of my favorite characters. Obviously, we can't, can't use her, but you know, whatever. Rena's awesome. Fully clothed.
Hey, don't look down on
Kaleda's pretty cool. Anyway, wasting a bunch of time here. The main thing was this. I'll probably upload a more optimized run, but the thing with Yixing Wang is her optimized runs don't necessarily take more skill. They just take more like once you know what all her skills do, and once you know how the boss works, you can mostly ignore the boss to do whatever you want. As long as you get these points. So once I figure out how to maximize these points, it'll basically be done. And Yixing Wang will just kind of do whatever. The other thing again is just that Zhao. We're missing a lot of buffs from Zhao because first of all, Zhao doesn't have she doesn't have a good set. Let's see, where is she? Zhao doesn't have a good set because again, you don't block a lot, and blocking is kind of a waste of your time. And I'm missing her buff here, and you kind of have to. I think somewhere along the line, you get bonuses based on how much HP she has as well. And the fact that she doesn't have her maxed out HP thing is kind of an issue. So we're missing a lot from her. So that's kind of one of the reasons why the score was so low. But once that gets maxed out, along with Yixing Wang's skills and all that get maxed out, she'll be fine. But anyway, yeah, see you guys in the next one.